So I don't know if you guys saw the news recently where where they were trying to make calls to all the police stations in South Africa. I don't know if you guys saw it recently, but most of the police stations right now at the moment, if you call them, they won't take your call. They won't. That's what happened. They tried to call all this to most to all the provinces, right? They were making all these calls just to see if you're in trouble and you call the police station, they'll pick up your call. Nope. Most of the police station, only a few of them that manage to pick up those calls. With the crime rate that's happening in South Africa right now, especially crime against women, that means when a woman she's in trouble and take that call for an assistant for help, that means that they won't be able to come through because most of the police station the phone is just rings and ring and ring. That is why a lot of time when somebody's in trouble, when somebody there's a crime happening, like a lot of people they won't take that call to be able to report or be able to call for assistance because they know at the end of the day they won't pick up, they won't be able to assist. A few months ago, me and a friend of mine, we decided to have a road trip. We were traveling somewhere to a wedding, so we decided to take the whole family. And this friend of mine, they had a new baby, so we squeezed ourselves all in the car. So we are heading to this destination. It's actually it's like we're talking about a 9 hour drive or something, right? And I'm someone who likes driving during the day. I've never been a fan of driving during the night, so I'll rather like wake up at 4 in the morning and hit the road. But him, he's one of those guys. Like a lot of guys, some prefer to drive during the day, and some prefer during the night because during the night less traffic, the road is smooth, it's good for your tires and all that, right? So he's one of those guys that prefer driving during the night. So I'm like, hey, if you say so, me don't think I'll be on that wheel. So I'll probably be having my beer and then hey, that's it. I can't touch that wheel. So anyway, while we're driving, right, and then in the middle of nowhere, the car breaks down, and the closest town that we were, I'm talking about probably it is 10 kilometers. So it is dark. There's no street lights, nothing. And now I'm more worried about we have this new baby in the middle of nowhere. That means any dodgy guy, any guy can just come with their cars there and just stop and with guns and rob us. So what I did is I said, no, let's just call a police. So that's what we normally do here in Cape Town. If you broke somewhere, you just take the phone, call the police, they'll come and stand with you until assistant came and then they leave. That's what I did. I called the police and said, listen, we have a new baby here. We're in the middle of nowhere. We called a tow truck. And because of being in the middle of nowhere, a tow truck is coming like 50, 60 kilometers away. So we talk about an hour, 2 hour before the tow truck can arrive. So we're asking for an assistant if just one van can just come and stand with us just for an hour because we're more worried with the new baby just to stand with us for an hour or so until the tow truck comes and then you can leave. First of all, they didn't even pick up the phone on the first attempt because remember it's 1 o'clock. So that means if your phone is ringing at 1 o'clock, that means somebody out there needing assistance. They're not just calling the police station to say, hey, hi, right? It took me at least 5 attempts for them to pick up the phone. Once they pick up the phone, their response was, we only have one van, so unfortunately, we won't be able to come and stand there with you guys. It was so sad. the list, okay, yes, understand, they have their challenges, right? The list that I was hoping to hear that, look, we have only one van, but we'll just come then, drive by, just make sure that you guys okay, and then we leave. No, they just said, no, we won't be able to come through because there is only one van. That means a crime can happen right there, and there's nothing that you can do about it because there is only one van working at that night. That's how sad the police station that's happening in South Africa. That's how our crime just keep on going up and up, especially with women being in those positions where like the crime is so high with women. They're the ones who need to make those calls a lot. But apparently the police station, they won't answer your call. So I don't know if I was the only one who saw this in the news, but it was in the news recently. I'm sure a lot of you guys been in a situation where like you need an assistant, but they couldn't assist you because they couldn't pick up that phone call. This is what's happening in South Africa right now.